Ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, have me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again.
It's time, man.
Bankroll,
Yep.
euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me.
Don't know
You
what
matter what, add it up. Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what, add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what, told you I'ma do me.
All
Why
right,
you
y'all.
hating on
Welcome
me? It's not
back.
adding
Welcome
up.
back to, I don't want to say season 2 of
Yeah,
the
you
Epic
know that.
Podcast, season 2, episode 31, man. We gave y'all 30 episodes last year, man. We're gonna give a lot more this year. We a full season, man. We took a break for the summer, wasn't too much cracking off, but man, we was much needed rest, man. I appreciate y'all. We back with Jared, Ike, Justin, got volleyball, as y'all know, doing the family
They
thing.
don't know that.
Well,
They
they
don't
know
know
from
that. You
last
just
year.
said
Like last year, he was strolling in
Whoa,
late, or
you
you
the
know what I
feds,
mean.
man. Like,
Man,
damn.
it's volleyball, man. Hey,
it.
look, I understand now. Like my daughter's playing volleyball, so I understand volleyball life now. So, but yeah, nah, man, it's great to be back, man. How was y'all summer? Even though it's still kind of summer, like since the break, I guess. How y'all been, man?
Man, chilling. You know. I mean, nothing really exciting. Took some vacations, hung out with you a little bit. Then,
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, I couldn't afford to do any of that good stuff. Uh, you know, so I've been here. I was in Dayton a lot more than I wanted to be,
yeah.
but I was handling things that needed to be handled. And,
Hmm.
real close to
That's real.
you know, either selling drugs or disappearing. I ain't never decided, but
Ah,
those are the two options I've come down to at this point.
Okay. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. We gotta take care of family, man. We gotta keep things straight with the family first, man. I'm dealing with that right now, man. I gotta work on a car. I got all types of stuff going on right now, so I
you
feel that.
always have a ton of things going on, though, bro. You wouldn't be you if you didn't.
And man, I just be trying to get down to like a day or maybe even a week, possibly. Like, all right, I can just do what I want, and it just something pops up, something pops up, something pops up.
Man,
Whether it's the
It does.
baby, whether it's Ayana, it's the wife, Uncle Calvin, like something pops up. So I just accepted my life as it's always gonna be something. And see, I just knocked something over. I don't even know what that was, but it's always gonna be something. But it's life being a man, so I've accepted it. But yeah,
Fair enough.
man. Um, yeah, we strategically kind of started at this time to we started college football this past week. We got the NFL
man,
starting tomorrow. So like we felt like this was the perfect time. We wanted to come back a little earlier, but things just weren't lining up and I was like, look, I want to give everybody as much of a break, including myself, as possible. So we waited to the nitty-gritty to get back on here and get back to it. So with that being said, man, we're gonna start off with a little college football. We had some games this past weekend, kickoff for college football, and we got to talk about the two biggest upsets. Um, Duke upsetting Clemson. That was crazy. They're saying it's probably the biggest win in Duke college football history. Now, Ike, I know you're gonna have your face turned up because it's college football. You don't really care, but we're gonna just start here. But yeah, man, I'll start with you, Jared, of course, because I know this is
man.
what you do, man. But what do
College
you
football
think?
pumps through my blood veins, bro.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about this, man? It was.
Man, it was a crazy game, man. It's like Clemson kept fumbling at the goal. I don't know what that was up. What's up with that rather? Clemson fumbling the ball in the red zone, and it was a weird game. Dabo Sweeney pointed out a stat where when they had rushed for 200 yards and threw for 200 yards, that Clemson was 108-0.
Mm,
Well, now they're 108-1. Um, so yeah, it was a crazy game, man. But I think Clemson didn't look too hot. So I don't know. I won't go as far as to say that that little dynasty's over.
okay.
But as an Ohio State fan, I can't say that I'm sad to see it go. I mean, they dominated for 4 or 5 years. Okay, yep.
Solid,
I mean,
solid.
you know what I'm saying? If they
They
went
had
back
a
to the old
solid run.
Clemson, I ain't mad at it. But no, I mean, I watched it. I watched every second of it. I mean, I was entertained. I just love college football, so it was a good watch for me. But yeah, man, Clemson look a little rough. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, man. It was. I watched the highlights. I didn't watch the game. I was locked in on the next game we're gonna talk about, the Colorado TCU game.
Woo, yes,
But
sir.
I didn't get to watch it. But when I heard it, I was like, "That's crazy." But like you said, man, Clemson, man, they had like a stretch of like maybe 5 to 6 years almost where when you had Deshaun Watson and Trevor
Yep,
Lawrence, like
yep.
you used to a um, certain level of quarterback play and football play from them, and to be ranked ninth, and then Duke, like, and they dominated, but like you said, they fumbled 3 times in the red zone, so the game could have very well went a different way. But I mean, to let Duke capitalize, and it looked like they trying to change some culture there with their new head coach and things of that nature. But
Right.
yeah, man, that was a tough one, man. But they still ranked. I think they're ranked like 20th now.
Yeah, they dropped pretty far. I think they
They
dropped 16 spots.
yeah.
And of
So
course, the only other team to win and drop was the Ohio State Buckeyes. I mean, but go figure, you know.
yeah. So Clemson's, yeah, they're 25. They dropped 16 spots. Yeah, y'all fifth though. I mean that's still crazy
The
though to
only
win as
team
a
to
conference.
only team to win and drop.
But
But
to
I mean,
beat,
we're
I mean,
just
I guess playing Indiana.
I mean, Michigan played
Yeah,
Eastern. What, was it Eastern Kentucky? Somebody weak. I mean, at
yeah,
least
yeah. They,
we
yeah,
played in conference. We played on the road. We scored
that's
one
true too.
less. We scored 7 points less. But when it comes to Ohio State, people don't really insert all the factors. But I mean, it is what it is.
But I mean, and y'all will. I mean, and they figure y'all bounce back too.
I want to interject here. Do you think that they should have stayed number three? That's
I
the
mean,
literally
I don't see
the
why they
only
wouldn't.
game that I watched, and I honestly was not very impressed.
I
I
mean,
couldn't tell if it was Ohio State's offense that was not
it
that great,
was.
or if
It was.
IU's defense was
It was
good.
it was Ohio State's offense, inexperienced quarterback. I mean, stuff. It's gonna happen. But yeah, we look garbage, but enough to drop 2 spots and be the only team to win and drop.
But I
That's a
think,
little.
well, I think too, like you said, like again, like Ohio State against Indiana. Of course, like Indiana is nowhere near where you look at the top of the Big Ten, which is Michigan, Ohio State, whichever one, two you want to put that. Uh, and then for it to be so close,
I mean,
I
it
think
wasn't
maybe
close.
that. I,
It
I
wasn't
mean, what?
close. Ohio
Can,
State just
can,
didn't score 1,000 points, but the game was not close.
but when you're
Like,
saying
at no point
that's
did
what I
anyone
that's
think
what I
they were
mean.
winning
What's
this
what I
game.
mean by close? I'm just saying for Ohio State standards versus an Indiana team,
Yeah, I
what it
mean, but
should have been. If
for
it was
Ohio State
if it was
standards,
42-3,
so
then
so
I
basically,
think that
Ohio
wouldn't have dropped.
State was competing against themselves. Basically, is
Yes,
what you're saying.
yes.
That's fair. That's
But it's
fair.
weird in college football because
That's
things like
fair.
this, when you got a committee and how they look at things and the rankings, it's always weird. Like if you
That's
don't
fair.
dominate as a dominant team, then you can stay where you are, not grew up or not get a nod into the playoff or whatever, just because they look at you like, oh well, they played Indiana, they should have won by you know
That's crazy.
30. You know what I
Far
mean? But
past.
it's crazy. That's how they look at it. But
That's nuts. But I
even
mean,
a
I
win is a
totally, I
win.
totally get that. But I think people also forgetting the fact that it was in conference and it was on the
Yeah.
road. Just because it was, I think people think it's this is IU first game of the season.
Hmm.
It was still a conference road game to start the season. Brand new quarterback, no experience. I mean, it was a lot of factors that went into it. But overall, we of course we definitely played beneath our standards. But I mean, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, but
And
I
I mean,
just
I
think
think
they expect
that
y'all to be dominant,
Yeah,
that's
just no
what it
matter
was
what.
more
I
than
did too.
anything. Like
I did
there
too.
was just the underwhelming performance. I think is why they dropped. I don't think it had anything to do with it being IU. I mean, IU does usually play those State
That
well.
every single,
Like
well, most of the time,
it's
for a
it's
portion of the game,
weird. Yeah, at least they'll like
they
it felt
always
like
give at least two
usually they'll
quarters.
give you 2 quarters. This time
Yeah,
kind of felt like two and a half,
two
maybe
and a
three
half.
ish.
Yep. I've even
But
seen three a couple times, but
Hmm.
they can never
but
put
they
together
just look
a full
really
quarter game.
underwhelming, and I think that was the reason for the drop. Is I mean they do eye test part of this, and eye test just even against an IU team that is in conference that does typically play you well. Like
But
it seems like if IU was anywhere
I
near competent, they
I
could have
get
won that
that,
game.
but what? So Michigan wasn't supposed to drop 40 or 50 on Eastern Kentucky. They
I
scored
mean,
7 more points at home with an
yeah.
established quarterback.
East
I didn't watch
Carolina.
the Michigan game.
East Carolina,
Yeah,
there it is. East Carolina, bro. That's
yeah.
not even Power Five.
30, yeah, 30-3, yeah.
That's not even Power Five.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is, though. I mean, there's a lot of games left to be played, but I mean, whatever. We got to play
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. I mean, and y'all will. I mean,
It
it's
will come. Yep, for
yeah.
sure.
Cause I mean, who y'all got next week?
The Youngstown State.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
that'll show everything. If we
yeah.
don't put 50 up on them, then yeah, ring the alarm for sure.
Exactly. So it's like,
I don't even
Oh,
think they're
Youngstown
D1.
State. Uh,
Yeah,
they
yeah, and then
yeah, barely.
Indiana got Indiana State next week. So I mean, Georgia got Ball State. Wow.
Oh,
So I'm just looking
Detroit.
at some of these teams. Colorado got Nebraska. I mean,
ooh, I can't wait for that game.
that's gonna be a good game, I
That's gonna
believe.
be a great game.
Notre.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm it, it's gonna be a great game in terms of how I predict Colorado to do in that game, but I don't feel talking about underwhelming. Nebraska's been fairly underwhelming for years now. I don't know what's going on,
Ever since they
but
got in the Big Ten.
yeah, they haven't been too hot. So
Yeah, because they were when they
Colorado
were.
might blow them out, really. But I mean,
That's what I'm
that'll be a
saying.
good game in my. I want to see Prime do well. So
Because you really want to, and just moving forward to our next topic, which is Colorado and TCU. Just I mean the hype around Colorado. What of course what Dion brings, the players that he bring in, how he flipped the team, and like how they just played
pause.
TCU and how they just
Yes,
played TCU, and now you're like, okay, so they just did this to the team who went to the national championship last year. Granted, they lost, but they
by a lot.
made it
That's
but
crazy.
a lot. But
Yeah,
then you do that, you compete at that level against them, and now you're going to see a Nebraska team who historically has just been one of those decent college football teams, and like their schedule is just they're playing solid teams, and in the Pac-12, which is crazy because they got like 9 ranked teams now, and they don't have a TV deal, which that's a whole nother
that's crazy.
conversation. They couldn't get a deal done. All these other ones you got SEC, they got the most ranked teams out of any Power Five and couldn't get a TV deal done. Like people was
That's
getting kicked.
actually a crazy statistic, and I'm about to look it up to verify it because that's nuts.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So it's gonna
Hmm.
be interesting. Like
Interesting.
how do you catch these games with these teams in this conference um that's performing well early. Um, I heard Spectrum got them kicked off. If you didn't really have like YouTube TV or something like that, like you really couldn't even watch the Colorado game. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be a unique season for the Pac-12 this year. So I'm just looking at some key games for this week. I look at I mean Notre Dame, NC State. I'm just the ranked teams who they're playing. Kansas City State play Troy, Utah and Baylor. That may be good. Yeah, y'all play Youngstown. Y'all should dominate that. Clemson plays Charleston State. Texas A&M at Miami, Florida at the U.
hey,
Uh,
that might be good. That
yeah,
might
that's what I
be
said. That may
good.
be good. It just depends on
Yeah,
what Miami team show up. We have no idea.
yeah. I know
Um,
nothing about Miami Hurricanes football this year.
yeah, Ole Miss and Tulane, and then you got Michigan versus UNLV. That should be dominant for Michigan. Tennessee, they play Austin Pay. North Carolina play Appalachian State. So hard to say that. Duke plays Lafayette. Oklahoma plays SMU. Um, Oregon plays Texas Tech. That may be a good game.
Yeah, that could be a good one.
The game of the week is probably going to be that Alabama Texas game.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for that too, for
That's going to
sure.
be crazy. That's on ESPN. LSU and Grambling. Wisconsin plays Washington State. That may be all right.
Yeah, it could be
Florida State and Southern Miss. Oregon State and UC Davis. And USC and Stanford. That may be a good game also.
possibly. Stanford's been down the last few years, but it
Yeah.
could be. It's a conference game. We'll see.
They always have good quarterback play. So, I mean, who knows um, with Stanford. So, yeah, man. But let's move on. I want to talk about this Colorado TCU game. I watched the whole game. It was a crazy game, but it was a great game.
Oh yeah,
Man, to
that was a good
see
one.
to to hear everything leading up to, just Dion going from Jackson State to Colorado, the ups and downs, the haters, the naysayers, and then for them to go out and play like that with, I think 80% of their roster flipped. What do y'all
Bro,
think? I mean, like, I'm gonna start with Ike this time because Jared, I know you probably got a lot to say. What do you think, man? Just being a fan of football, man.
I will tell you this. So I did not get a chance to watch the game,
Okay.
but over the last week, Travis Hunter has become my favorite player.
who is this?
Travis Hunter,
Oh yeah,
Travis.
yeah, yeah. Beast.
that boy's a beast. I know y'all saw a video I posted in our group of him also hooping, looking like he's pretty decent. Like he could
Yep,
probably
I
walk
did
on to
see
their
that.
basketball team as
Yep,
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I did.
He was yamming on boys, giving them
hell of
buckets.
an athlete.
Now they did look like some of the cats that I would play with when I used to go to the Hyper and SRC at IU. But
Right.
nonetheless, he looked like he went in there and did what he had to do. But somebody to play, he played almost 150 snaps.
Yeah.
Something crazy like
100,
that. Yeah.
144 snaps.
Yeah, so 100 yards, when he catch double digit balls, get an interception. So didn't give up many yards. Like
I think
I
he
see
gave up
why
three
he
catches all
has,
game.
yeah, I see why he has the D for dog on his jersey because that brother's a dog. Like definitely one of my favorite players. I will be watching a little bit more just because of him. And I was impressed with um, Deion Son at QB.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
looked
He
really good.
definitely he looked really poised in a lot of situations. So
Okay. So with that, there's a reasoning behind. Well, there's a backstory to that too. So I guess when they were doing some college visits, um, they had went to a football clinic, Dion and his son, and one of the TCU coaches, I don't know if it was an offensive coordinator or somebody on that coaching staff, like kind of was ignoring him, like wasn't giving him attention, like wasn't like in like really kind of incorporating him into the clinic. Was kind of
Hmm.
like, all right, he's whatever, like he's living off a name. Like they kind of looked at him like that. And Dion in the interview said that his son remembered that. And he was like, look, when I get out here, like, Dad, I remember how they played us, how they tried to play us at the clinic, how they didn't want to give me the time of day. He was like, I'm going to show them. So, like,
That he did.
that he
uh,
did. 5'10", 4
That's
TDs,
crazy.
no
School record.
interceptions. Like, first game, like you said, school record, 4 receivers, over 100 yards receiving. Never happened in college football history. And even their running back, I forgot his name. Uh,
God, I forgot it too.
I
I
can't I
got
can't
you though.
remember his name, but he was dope. I mean, the running game wasn't as good as the passing game, but I mean, he showed up. He had, I think, 4 scores. Caught a couple passes out the back. Edwards,
Yeah. Yep.
caught a couple passes out backfield. He won 100 yards receivers too. Like, and then the defense showing up. Like, it wasn't a lot of good defense played in this game, but his son on the other side at safety led the team in tackles. They also made one of the game saving tackles on fourth down to keep them from getting in field goal range to tie the game up and possibly scoring in the fourth quarter. Man, it was a magnificent game. But what do you expect from a Dion led team, man?
I mean,
Um,
I definitely personally expect a lot of fireworks. We talked about this a little bit before, we went on our little hiatus or whatever.
yeah,
I'm not really a fan. First of all, Dion's my favorite football player ever, so that's my guy. But
same.
I'm not really a fan of all the extra. But if that's what it takes to get his team to perform how they did Saturday, I mean, there's nothing you can really say about it. I mean, I could do without that part, but I mean, whatever he said, whatever he's doing to get that team to go on the road and pull off a victory like that, I mean, you can't be mad at it. So it's just like, I mean, you got to roll with it. But I expect a lot of fireworks. I expect, um, man, that home game
It's about to be crazy.
that's gonna be crazy. That's probably gonna be one of the craziest. It's in terms of atmosphere games probably you'll ever see.
And you're talking
So
about a Nebraska team who also travels well. It's not
yep,
far away from Nebraska and Colorado. That's not far.
yep,
So it's gonna be rocking, but they probably won't be able to get a ticket. It's gonna be hard for
yeah.
those away fans to get tickets
That's
because
definitely gonna be
that
a tough
place is
ticket
gonna
for sure.
be
You better buy that
crazy,
joint now if you ain't got it.
Yeah,
man.
for real.
It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, like I was just looking at the roster turnover, and everybody points to that a lot of times. Like, oh, they turned the roster over, they got rid of them kids. Like those kids quit. Like
Yeah.
Dion didn't get rid of these kids. These kids just didn't want to play for him. So like him going to the portal and doing what he did, and like the way he went about it from the interviews I've seen him do is like, look, we go after certain type of kids that got a certain mindset and that want to be here. Like I didn't get rid of nobody. When I came in, I let them know what it was and how it was gonna be, and they quit. They left. I didn't
I
run
want
nobody
to.
out of here.
I want to see them highlight some of the student athletes that transferred out,
Yeah,
and get an update on what they're doing. I mean, I think that'll be interesting. I mean, I guess a portion of that is the petty in me, which I don't feel like is very high, but some people could argue the contrary. But I would love to see a highlight on those athletes and what their success or lack thereof looks like after Colorado. I mean, I feel like that'd be interesting.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and just to see what had happened, and then to see the win. You only had one win last season.
Right.
Now to start off first game with the win, like we've
That actually should be
already
a documentary. See, I should be paid. Just think if they came out with a documentary after the season about the players that left Colorado. Come on, man,
they
that's hard.
probably. I pretty
I'm
much
saying
think
that's
that.
Come
probably
on,
already in the
That's
works.
what I'm about to say. With
man.
with
It better
Dion and them,
be.
like everything is probably already in order. This is gonna be a movie one day.
They
Like
call it post Colorado.
something.
That would be
It's gonna
hard.
be called something, but it's gonna be there's gonna be a movie with Dion and like everything he's doing is gonna be a movie one day. It's too nowadays. It's too many cameras, too much going on
Definitely a
for it
30
not
for
to
30
be
for sure.
easy a 30 for
That
30.
thing gonna slap.
But yeah, nah, man, I'm really looking forward to this weekend game, them against Nebraska. So
So when is that game? Is that a primetime game or?
I can find out right
I
now.
got you right here. So that game
It's on
is
Fox. Yep, at noon.
at noon. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess
So
they wasn't gonna put nothing in the same time slot as that Texas Alabama game because that's gonna be
no,
crazy.
no. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
You want
Um,
all eyes on that game.
yeah, you want our eyes on both of those games, uh, for different reasons or the same reasons. It's up to you, depending on
Right.
your fandom. So, but yeah, man, let's move forward, man. Let's jump into a little NFL.
Wait.
Whoa,
Before we
whoa.
go, I just got a question, real
Yes, sir.
quick. Dion as a coach,
Mhm.
do you think he should try to progress to the NFL
No,
or stay in college?
I
I'm
say
with
I
you.
say
I'm
stay
I'm
put.
with you, but I want to hear why.
I say stay put, man, because the NFL is a different beast. And I feel like you can control more on the college front, and I feel like he's a character that needs to have full control. I don't feel like all the antics would really translate to the NFL. And I feel like, I mean, you pull you pull those kind of antics and all the personal video cameras all around. I didn't actually think it would work in Colorado, but I guess they're saying, hey, do what you do as long as you win, which is fine. I just don't see all of that. Give me my theme music in the NFL. I don't know, man. I can't see it, but there's a lot of things, as you guys know, that I said that I couldn't see that's happening. That's happened well. So I'm gonna be wrong more. I'm probably wrong now, but that's just my idea on it.
Um, and and I could just say, like I said, I just be watching interviews and just following a little bit. Like I said, because I'm also Dion's also one of my favorite players of all time. Definitely defensive players. So
Sure.
whenever something pop up with his name, I always look into it. He said he has no interest in coaching in the NFL, dealing with grown men, only because with adults there comes a lot of with money comes a lot of egos, and you feel like you know it all. You know what I mean, regardless of who in front of you, and it takes a special type of person in order to be able to deal with that.
He
And
probably
he,
feel like he would be dealing with a bunch of himself if he
yeah,
went pro.
yeah, but like, how
Must be the
many
money.
Dion's is there in the league? Like
I,
who
shit.
exactly?
This day and age, I mean, everybody think they Dion for real.
Right,
So,
but when you put some film up, film to film, it ain't too many of them.
oh yeah, nah.
You know what I mean? So I think with him, like even like you said, knowing himself, he looks at it like, look, he won't be here for not only his kids, but the kids he's dealt with. Because a lot of kids, even that run back Edwards, like he been coaching him since he was 4 years old. He was in
Really?
his he
I didn't
was
know
in
that.
his some of the junior youth leagues he was in. So he already knew what he was about, but he just said he has no interest in it, man. He want to pour into kids. He want to teach them how to become, young men, financial literacy, all those things is what they teach up there at Colorado. So it's not all about just the glitz and the glam and the stuff they see on camera. It's like behind closed doors or the things the cameras may not get is that he's really pouring into them, and that's his interest. He does not want to go pro. That's not what he really want to do for now, I guess, but. It's not even about money because I heard he got offered more money from other schools. So I don't even. He's like, money isn't what drives me at this point. Like I done made money. He's like, it's not. That's not where I am right now. I'm not moving for the money. It's like the reason why he's at Colorado is because of the AD. Pouring into him and allowing him to be him. Ultimately, and his philosophies and the way he do things. It's kind of like you said, that open door to be like, hey, look, I'm prime, and this is what comes with me. Um, you know, Either you with it or you're not. I'm not changing for nobody. It is what it is. So
Right.
to answer your question, like from what his own mouth, that's what I heard. Uh, so
Hey, real quick
Okay.
segue. So, with Colorado being 2 hours behind Eastern Standard Time with a noon kickoff, they playing at 10 a.m. for real?
yeah,
Mhm.
That's interesting. But all right, go ahead. I just wanted to make sure I was thinking that through properly.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's crazy, but
Yeah, good old mountain time, man. Nothing
that's
touches the mountain.
crazy.
But yeah, I was curious as to what y'all thought about that. I am on that same boat, and it's not even a football thing. I do think he's better in college. I do think at some point he'll get to Power Five, and one he'll have more longevity there because he'll be able to control, like Jared said, as much as he wants to. Um, but it's also for me like you are impacting young men's lives, right?
Right,
And he seems genuinely like that. That's something he genuinely wants to do. I do think his antics, or whatever you call it, would work in the NFL from
No,
a motivation standpoint. I mean, because Ray Lewis danced around for a lot, and that was motivating for a defense. So, I mean, it can work, but money is the biggest motivator in the NFL. You ain't got
absolutely.
to worry about that in college. I mean, well, you got NIL, but he's going to help his players get NIL deals. So, I mean, he has control. He has his hand into that as well. But it's the fact that he is building up, young men, and specifically for me because young black man. So
Right, right.
I absolutely would love to see him stay in college and and continue on that path.
And the
yeah, man.
buy-in too. Like the buy-in at college and then the pros is different. I think the buy-in in the pros is more important. Like to get grown, like you say, you got 53 millionaires in there that you trying to get the buy-in to your system and what you're saying, and go out there and perform, knowing that they're set for life. Um, it takes, like you said, it's a different motivation. You probably wouldn't need the tactics per se. It's more of the man to man talk that you have to have with these
Right.
with these guys. Um, to keep them motivated because like you said, money is the motivator in the NFL. And in college I think it's more of seeing it, because he was saying after the game, he was like, you know they believed, but now it's different when you see it work. Now they're coming up to me saying, hey coach, all right, I see that it works, I see that everything that we're doing is working. It's
I,
different. That's how you get kids to really play for you.
I think what's going to be interesting is to see how he reacts from a loss. Let's keep it real. He's not going to go undefeated. I think
No.
that'll tell a lot about how he could translate to the NFL. That's going to tell a lot.
Mhm.
So
I agree with
you
that.
know, I feel like seeing him after a loss, we'll be able to, at least I'll be able to gauge whether or not I feel he could go pro. Because I mean, from knowing him, I mean, the media is gonna be on him. When he lose, media's gonna
Absolutely.
be on him
Mm,
tough.
they
We're
can't
gonna
wait for him to lose.
we're gonna see on
Oh
if
yeah.
he breaks out of character. We just don't know. We don't. I don't really know what to expect. So we'll see.
Because they didn't lose a lot at Jackson State. I think he was there 3 years.
They
First
lost the
year,
championship. They lost the championship game twice though.
yeah, yeah.
So
Um, But I mean, still, I mean, even I mean, their first year record, I think they were 9-4, and then like the second year, they lost one game. I think, like you said, the championship, and then I think the next year they won it. But like they didn't lose a lot of games at Jackson State. So again, like you said, a coach who haven't lost a lot, um, period in life, I guess you should say, uh,
Yeah,
to get how do you like you said how do you get these guys um riled up after a loss, and how do you respond as a coach after a loss? So yeah, no,
right.
I think that's truly important, and especially if it's against a premier college football team. You know what I mean? Uh, how do you react to that when when you're looking at another team that just outplayed you? You know?
But man, he playing with house money though. Cause say he go out there and smack USC around, it's gonna get serious. And go out there and beat Oregon, like he got chances.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
anybody expects him to win those games. I didn't expect them to win Saturday. I'm one of the people that'll admit it. I didn't think they were gonna win that game. I wanted to see him do it. So we were actually listening to the game on our way down to Bloomington on Saturday, and
Mhm.
the whole time we all wanted them to win, but I didn't think they would.
I'm
Uh,
just like I said, being a
Definitely got some
fan of Dion.
opportunities to really, really shake some things up. So we'll see.
Yeah, and see, like me being a fan of Dion, like it's hard for me to just bet against him anytime. Like
Right.
anytime I'm watching him do anything, like I want him to succeed. So I never thought they were gonna lose. I didn't. I want one of them ones like, man, they may lose. I was looking like, look, I'm one of them people like I believe.
Yeah.
Like, they gave me no reason
It
not to
sounds
yet.
good, but
So like
I
that's
didn't.
it. Like
Uh-uh.
so.
You
So
were in the
yeah.
minority for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I know it, but I'm like, look, why not? Like,
You should have
it's
bet.
craziest thing happens in college football every year. Every year somebody break out. Look at TCU last year.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazier things that happen in college football that we never expect to happen. But I mean, Dion, if I'm gonna push my chips on a wild side, it would definitely be someone like him. But yeah. Moving on, man. Let's talk some NFL, man. Let's talk grown man league.
Mhm.
So much to unpack. It's like so much. Where do we start? I don't even know where to start, man. I guess Nick Bosa got paid. I mean,
Man,
so
I
that
know
was
these
we
running backs are hurting, bro. I
knew
mean, if
that was
you
gonna
give a
happen.
guy 170 over 5 years, bro, and you can't give me 15, you can't give me 4 years, 60 million. You got guys getting 170 over five. That's foul, man. That's like they treating running backs like kickers. That's crazy.
Look, go ahead, Ike. Go ahead,
Yeah,
because
so
because my
it's
running
a
back is in the
pro-
situation, so I will speak last on this.
yeah. You got a personal vendetta. The problem is they started to make it seem like they're a dime a dozen. Like it feels like running backs kind of come out of nowhere often, and a lot of times it's probably just the office that they're in. So the owners are feeling justified. Like, bro, I can find another you. Like,
but
I,
but you
and I
can't
just
find another edge rusher. Like,
uh,
why do
Elite,
they think the gap is so like?
elite. There's
I
difference between the edge
yeah,
rusher
I
and
mean you got
elite,
elite backs too.
right?
Like
But
the season Jonathan Taylor had was elite. Like that was an
yeah,
elite season.
just okay. I'm just speak this just from a 49er standpoint, right?
go ahead.
Eli Mitchell went over 1,000. Jeff Wilson went over 1,000.
Yeah.
Mostert went over 1,000. All were gone. Well, Eli's still there, but most of them were gone like the next year or the year after. So it feels like you can replace a running back a lot easier than you're going to replace an edge runner or some of these other positions that they're paying a little bit more money. They're paying tight ends more money now
I feel
than
that,
they're
but the
paying running
gap just
backs.
seems
But
a little bit too extreme. Like I feel that, but like I don't think it's should be goddamn 20 million a season in between an edge
no, no,
rusher. And that's
I want these men to get paid as well. I'm looking at it as like this is what I'm thinking is their reasoning
right.
as to why they're not paying.
No,
Because
I
I
get it.
mean,
No, you hit the nail on the head for sure. I'm just kind of like throwing back some ideas, but no, you're absolutely correct for sure.
and if I
No
have a
doubt.
kid right now, you ain't playing running back
No,
for
it ain't
what?
no point because you're gonna get hit
Receiver,
the most too. Nah,
receiver.
Anywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Every other
Like,
position. Look, bro,
Long
long
yeah,
snapper,
sprinters is getting paid. Like every other position on the field is
yeah.
getting paid, but running
long
back,
snapper, backup,
anything.
quarterback, bro. Everything other than running back. I mean, you're not running that ball, and if they put
Mm,
you in that
ain't no
backfield,
point.
I look, and I'm gonna jump in here because, like I said, I currently with my team have a situation with our running back, so
y'all got Ursay. That's your problem.
that's that's it too. But I look at it like this: running backs, if anybody should get paid, it should be running backs
I agree.
because not only do you have to be an elite runner, you also have to block like a lineman, and you have to catch like a wide receiver.
Yep.
That's what they expect from you. That's your job.
I think what they're getting at is, oh, I can find any who shot John to do that. Like, which I mean,
Yeah,
I alluded to, is kind of somewhat. I mean, there's some truth to it, but I still feel like you should reward the top guys. Did he just go away?
Okay.
yeah. I think
Okay,
it's
he's
just
back.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
mistake,
That was
man.
me.
but
Okay.
that was
I
you.
lost y'all. Y'all lost me. Anyway, what you were saying, you're just saying that somebody they can find somebody else.
I'm saying that from what the point that Ike made earlier. I mean, it's seeming like there's some truth to that.
Yeah. Yes,
It's
I
the
agree.
guys he mentioned, I
But
ain't even heard of. I heard
but
of Morrison,
then
Hey,
you
Jeff
look
everybody
at
Wilson, football
a
player.
two back system now almost. So like
That's
yeah.
crazy.
you don't need both dudes to be able to run and then block. Like I mean Dallas last year, Pollard's not blocking anybody. Pollard
Right.
can't block, so it still has Zeke. All right, Zeke, we gonna push you in the block. We got this other dude to do everything else that we want him to do. So he's gonna catch, he's gonna run. We got you on the 1 yard line to bulldoze yourself in there. That's the logic that they're looking at it. Like, yo, I could either replace you or compartmentalize, and I can get multiple dudes to do this job. So I ain't got to
Right,
pay you. You're not an every down back. I ain't giving you the ball 25 times no more game. You're getting
right.
the ball 10 to 15. This other
Unless you
dude's getting the
Derrick
ball
Henry,
7 to 8. Well, yeah, but
but that's a scheme
His
though.
window closing too.
it is. He's on my fantasy team, though. I needed to stay open for another year.
Because I feel like we're a terrible running defensive team, but we be holding him in check. Like I don't know, so I don't know. Like
But I
his window
mean,
closing as well. He probably won't get paid again.
but you really don't have to scheme for the run, really. Like it's all about the pass.
Right.
Like
Especially if you get a team down by 2 touchdowns, ain't no running going on.
yeah, and it's crazy. It used to be 3 or 4, you know what I mean, scores, but like now, I mean, I understand.
Is it him again?
Damn. And it's showing me that he
Okay.
got all bars.
He do got all bars. This is crazy.
No.
Fix the internet, Vernon.
We syncing back up.
Well, I'm going to,
Okay, wait a minute. So, do y'all still see each other and still be talking when this happens?
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Okay, so it's just me going out. I don't know why. Uh, if the Niners believe that, why CMC and you still having shit? Well, and see, McCaffrey I think is different because I was actually going to bring that up, but then you go and get McCaffrey and it's like, but he's elite at two things. He's one of the
Yeah.
best receiving
That's a
running
good
backs,
point.
and he's
And
a
he's
great
I
he's
mean,
runner.
you can
a
line him up.
mismatch
You
threat
can
out of the backfield. And
legitimately line him up in the
And
slot
yeah,
too.
you put
Like
him in the slot, like,
legitimately.
I
and
feel
with their
like
offense, that old school West Coast offense, he's
I want to jump
perfect.
on Facebook and see who said that. I feel like that was Justin. But the reason why we have that is because one, we're an injury prone team. So we know somebody's gonna get hurt. And
We know
two,
somebody's gonna
that
get.
means that okay, now we can preserve CMC, who also has kind of an injury history. So we don't have
Right.
to run him as much. You can get him again 10 to 15 touches as far as a running back. He's not going to get hit as much out of the backfield when he's catching the ball because I mean he's easier to get down that way. And then you're like, all right, bro, let's get Mitchell in here, and I hate to say it this way, but to take some of these hits so that you ain't taking as many. So that's why, and like I said earlier, that's why so many people have a two back system. Most teams don't run just one back anymore. Who's that dominant back? You have a two back system so that you can preserve the other dude, but then that also says, well, I got another dude back here as well, so I'm not going to pay you like an elite player
Right.
because I'm relieving you. Like it's a double edged sword, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Taylor's kind of trying to fall on the sword for running backs, but it's tough right
It's
now,
not gonna
dude.
happen.
It's
Le'Veon Bell
not.
tried that.
Yeah,
It's not gonna
nah.
happen.
And you gotta you literally have to wait to a new CBA. And
What
granted,
they better start doing is better start taking these damn franchises and shutting up these tags. Like, I mean,
yeah,
I don't understand what the deal is with guys. Give me that. I'll take that 11, whatever that cap is. That franchise tag is for 2 years, and then they got to make a move. But
yeah,
with you trying to force it, that it's just Jonathan Taylor needed to know. Somebody needs to inform him that you don't have the leverage in this
no,
climate of the NFL right now, and
no,
it's unfortunate that he had to find out the hard way. But what I'm saying, if that's my boy, I'm like, hey, bruh, take the franchise. Be prepared to take the franchise. Now, this ain't even a franchise year for him,
nope.
so Jonathan Taylor's
This is rookie.
career really
This
be
is
over.
Yeah,
and but technically,
That's
you're
crazy.
still can be under contract for 2 more years because they can franchise you twice. You're still on your rookie
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
This is
So
the last year of your rookie
this
year,
year, and
your
then
rookie
2 years. So
deal.
really 3 years.
Yeah.
Somebody should have been telling him, like, bro, you
But see,
have
he
zero
switched. He
leverage.
switched agents. He got this new agent because, like in April, he was
Well, they
like,
need to
"Look,
fire
I'm
him.
here. I'm ready to play. You know what I
That's
mean? I'm not
nuts.
worried about a contract or none of that." And then he switched agents. And then, but Ursay has shown you, dude. Like we don't pay players. We
don't pay
don't.
nobody. Ursula don't
We
pay
don't.
nobody, bro.
We
Man,
don't pick anybody. You can
you
pick
preaching to
anybody
the
from the Luck
choir, bro,
era.
because
You can pick anybody from the Peyton era.
I don't know what
Anybody
we're
before
doing,
that.
bro.
We don't pay players.
We don't pay people either, apparently, because I have no idea what the Bengals are doing right now. Like,
We
I
just
don't know.
don't. We just not that
I
team.
told y'all, I was like, hey,
And we don't sign big free agents. We don't do it. We build through the draft and we keep it moving.
man, that's tough.
That's just how we've always been.
Because that's what Anthony Richardson needs. If he had a Pro Bowl running back, bro,
You are setting
Every
that
bro,
boy up for failure.
man,
every
still ain't got my guy at number one either. Like, so I mean, I don't know.
bro,
But he
every
needed Jonathan Taylor, bro. If I was
every
Anthony
rookie
Richardson, I would
quarterback.
be on the line like, hey, bro, come back,
Look, bro.
come
Like
back.
just hey, bro. Look,
That's
get let's
crazy.
just get through this year, bro. And I promise I will sit down with you. Like we will figure this out as a team. But right now, I need you for my
Man,
development, for the good of the team. Like I would, bro. You got to get in there. You need to get Kenny Moore in there. You need to get Buckner in there. You need to get Shaq Leonard. You need to get all these leaders on the coach teams. Anybody who got any decent amount of tenure with the coach, the leaders on the team. Y'all need to sit down in the room, Ursay, Ballard, and y'all need to work this out. Like forget agents, forget all that other stuff. Let's sit down as men, as leaders on this team. Let's sit down and figure something out. Quentin Nelson, like all y'all need to sit down and figure this out because like something got to give. I can tell
yeah,
you
that's
right,
crazy.
Deion Jackson ain't the answer. Moss ain't the answer. Drake ain't the answer. Like none of them are Taylor,
Drake.
and, and we understand that. Like as a franchise, we have to understand that. Like none of these dudes are gonna be the answer. And to bring in a rookie quarterback, bro, there's nothing better than handing off the ball as a rookie quarterback to an elite running back or changing the play and being able to know that you have confidence in the man behind you. But to bring
Facts.
in, Zach Moss is 25. He's only a year older than Taylor. Like he don't have no tenure. And Drake, he's a journeyman. Like
Now,
if
when you
you,
say Drake, are you speaking on Kenyon Drake?
yeah, yeah,
Uh, he was a beast in college. I do know that.
yeah. I mean, and
He
he's
had a
been
couple of good moments in the
that's
last couple of
in
seasons, like
Arizona. Like
here and there.
yeah. But again, like I mean, to have somebody that this literally the best offensive player that we have.
Man, Kenyon Drake is 29.
Yes.
Like he just came in the league like 2 years ago.
Nah, man, he been around, bro. He
Oh,
spent so much
he's
time in Arizona. Where else? He played
damn,
at
that
one
was
other
quick.
team too. But yeah,
He old and
They
running
said
back
he
in
been out
dog
since
years.
25. I mean 15. That's crazy.
yeah,
I thought Kenyon Drake was, you know what I'm saying? Man, time is flying. That's wild.
yeah. So I
He
just
old school then. He OG. He 29, running back. He on his way out. But all right, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, no, man,
That's
no, you
crazy.
straight. Like I'm saying, like none of these guys are the answer. Um, I mean, going from what you had to him, I mean, if you just feel like you could plug and play, cool. But with a rookie quarterback, it ain't the same. You don't have any stability on offense at no position outside of your offensive line, which was one of the worst in the NFL last year. Like everybody's coming back has less than 3 years experience on offense. At your weapons, everybody. Except for unless you Mo Alley Cox, but I mean, everybody else is less than 3 years of experience, and you have nobody over 30 outside of your center. We're the third youngest team in the NFL. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. I think it's crazy. I say you pay him. It's not going to cost you that much,
Yeah.
17 million, and we have the third highest cap space this year.
But my thing is this though, Vernon. Like, who's to say that the Colts wasn't gonna pay him? Like, bro,
That's true too.
pay your contract out. Like, give him a
He
chance.
he definitely pushed him. He
I can
definitely
see
did
if
this
they
to
were
himself.
trying to stick him with the franchise this year, but bro, you ain't even got to that yet. Like, you ain't
And
got there
then
yet.
and then you came off a year where you were hurt the first, I
Yep.
think, like 4 games, and then even after that, you didn't have your best year. And yeah, the year before that, you had a damn near MVP season. But like, I think you're in a prove it year. Like, I really think so.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, in his mind, he's already proved it. I mean, last year he still before he got hurt, he was doing decent at least. I mean, he wouldn't have the year he had the year before, but that year he had before was like, did y'all miss the playoffs that year? Didn't y'all miss the playoffs in like the last game, something like that?
Yeah,
Like y'all lost to the Jags. You ain't even close if it wasn't for Jonathan Taylor. You eliminated in week 10.
Yeah, for
exactly,
sure.
exactly, bro.
That's
So
facts.
Exactly.
in his mind, in
He
his
ran for
agent's
like
mind,
1,700 that
I,
year, bro.
he's like, yo, I proved it already.
He was the Russian champion, but that's 1 out of 3 years. That's 1 out of 3 years. You was, like I said, you had one good year, and you was hurt, and then you had, you know what I mean, a mediocre year last year. 800 yards, I think, 806. Like 3 touchdowns. Like, bro, no.
Bro, no.
Like in like 12 games. Like, no, you can't go beating down somebody's door for that, bro. That's not top 20 in the league. No. So yes, I mean, like, granted, you done some things, but this is what have you done for me lately type of league. Because NFL's always been that way. What have you done for me lately? That's why you see people in their contract years go crazy. They go crazy because they know what it means. They're gonna play through every injury, every obstacle. They're gonna do whatever they got to do to have the best year ever. That's why I like even last year with Lamar Jackson. Like I was like I knew he was gonna play well because it was a contract year. They always do.
I get
So
that money.
you gotta get that money, man. We understand it, but again, I don't think I don't think Taylor played his hand right. And like the other guys, they all signed. Like
Yeah.
Saquon, he went ahead and took his tag. I tell
He,
you, somebody
No,
else
he
gonna
said
have
he
the
signed a
Raiders.
1 year
he's
deal for
stripping.
less money than the Tech.
That's
Exactly.
crazy. And he opened himself up to get that pause.
To
But
get
that's
that money.
crazy. I don't know. I'm sure there's some an aspect of that that I don't quite understand.
It's
That
probably
if
some
I really,
incentives in there, some very, very
but
obtainable
that's
incentives in
crazy.
there for him.
Because
It got
what?
to be.
Because
For
what it sets
Saquon,
up. You
Yeah.
you play,
nah.
you play
It
this
ain't.
year.
Yep.
Now he can be tagged for 2 more years. Like,
His incentives are not the easiest for him. Like, I mean, unless, especially, I think one of them was like 70 receptions or something like that, and he's
Ooh.
only been close to that like once.
Huh.
Like, it almost seems like you took less money than the tag, which would have just been guaranteed instead of
and that would have been 1 year out of the way. And if they
and
tag you
right.
again, and then
Because
you
now
can
you
go.
you got 2 more years, you could be tagged right after this, and you literally gonna go right back through it again.
Yeah,
And
he
it's the
extended it
NFL.
instead of. Yeah, that's crazy.
You know it's gonna happen again next year.
Yeah, and see, I think I'm trying to
Yo, I
find
keep
something
forgetting
about
you
it.
got a touchscreen right there, and I'm like, what is this
Oh, what
thing
I'm touching?
doing?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I do. I have a whole. Well, y'all can't see it, but yeah, I got a screen right here just to help out when we trying to figure something out on the fly.
I thought you
Uh,
was yelling at the child.
nah, she that way. But yeah, nah, I think I don't know, man. I think running backs in this next CBA, which I think is in what 3 years, 4 years.
Somebody
Um,
commented Barkley probably took that with an agreement that they won't tag him again. That's fair. I mean, probably it has. That's
that
what I
makes
was
sense.
saying earlier. There has to be something in there that I don't know about
Look,
that made that make sense for him because from the outside looking in, based on what I do know, it doesn't make any sense. But
I ain't
whoever
got the faith.
Facebook user is, you're probably correct. Like there's
I
definitely
ain't got the
something
faith.
in this
I absolutely don't have the faith. I look. What did James Harden say about Moore? He's a liar.
liar.
I have no faith in no GL. Look, unless you got that in the contract somewhere, then yeah,
But there
we
is no
can speak on
contract.
that.
So, well, there is a contract in theory.
Oh, I think we got
Uh,
Justin joining us. So
we'll
I'm gonna
see.
bring him in here, but go ahead. Yeah. I'm pulling up Saquon's. I'm pulling up this contract right now. All
My
right.
brother spoken word. Can you hear us?
He got all
Uh,
his bars.
yeah,
All
he
right, yeah, you barred up over there. I can see you. I just,
barred up.
That's crazy.
uh, oh, they not bringing. Okay, they
I
just.
hear. I can just hear
We
noises.
can hear you, but we can't see you yet.
Oh, he getting in the car. You can tell he getting
Oh
in the
yeah,
car.
yeah, we can hear. All right, we're gonna get him in here.
I'm gonna take that comment down.
Yeah, there we go. He'll jump in here at some point. Yeah, they're not. Let's see if they gonna show the deal. I can't find the actual deal. So it's just
Probably just gonna see
yeah.
numbers.
So
They
here,
gonna
so
see
1 year, so it's with the incentives potentially pushing the total to 11 million.
That's what the
Um,
franchise was, wasn't it?
I think it was yeah. I think it was like 13. I think the franchise tag was 13 for him.
Yeah, there's definitely something in that we're
Yeah, so
probably all
that's
missing.
what I'm saying. It's something. It got to be something in there attainable. Like I wish I could find the details. This is horrible.
The
Contract,
details is probably between Saquon, the Giants, and God, bro.
man. All right, sports tracks right here. So it's saying okay, 10-9 the average. Okay, that's only 1 year. Dead cap is all of it, of course, but yeah, they're not showing us. They won't show the incentives. That sucks. But yeah, so yeah, it's all incentives basically for the most part. But yeah, nah, man, I feel y'all, man. Running backs is gonna have to take what they can get. What are they gonna do in Las Vegas with Josh Jacobs? Like this man was the leading rusher last year and couldn't get no money.
Nothing, bro. They just gonna play it out with the French. They need to get rid of the franchise tag, honestly, because I think that'll open it up for players to really feel like they're getting what they deserve. But as long as you know we got you for 2 years and you can't, you know what I'm saying, you either take the money or don't play. I mean, we're gonna be seeing more and more situations like this, and that's unfortunate for the players. But I mean, it is what it is at this point.
Yep, I agree. Like they're gonna have to sit down as players and just get rid of the franchise tags. Oh, okay. Here's this. Oh, wow. Is that the incentives? Yeah, that ain't. Yeah, nah. These incentives wouldn't even have made me sign that. Uh, 1350 rushing yards and a Giants playoff berth. He needs to score 11 touchdowns and have 65 receptions. That's the incentives. And then only hitting those incentives only gets him an extra 900 grand.
That's crazy.
Each one of those
Again,
incentives are
there's something that we
or,
don't
or
know
three
about.
or 300 grand. That's what I'm saying. If it has to be something super super like off the books, almost something illegal. It seems like
You
so.
never know.
Yeah, yeah. So that's kind of weird. I definitely wouldn't have went for that. But moving on from running back talk. I guess, man, who do I really would like to have Justin in here. He's on mute. We can't hear or see him right now, so he's probably getting things together on his side. But I don't know, man. I kind of want to do like Super Bowl predictions, man. I guess now would be the time to get them out.
Man, I ain't doing that shit.
Why not?
I don't got no prediction, man.
Yeah, y'all. Come on,
I'll throw
man.
somebody
Come on.
out,
We
I
got to pick
guess.
each
But,
conference, man. Come on, man.
man,
Just throw out somebody, man. Who you got in the AFC?
I mean, how can you go against the Chiefs, dog?
I don't know,
How?
man. Kelsey hurt. He probably won't
Yeah,
play
they'll be
tomorrow.
all right. They play the fucking Lions. They'll be all right. They'll. It's hard to go against the Chiefs, bro. Like it's hard to go against the Chiefs, the AFC, and then the NFC. You got Eagles and San Fran for real. I feel like the Super Bowl is gonna include one of those teams, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Well, that means that I'm guaranteeing the. So let me add another team. So
Go
I
ahead.
guess I'll say in the East, the East. What the hell am I talking about? The AFC. I'll throw the Bengals in there. Let's just say Bengals,
Okay.
Chiefs. Let's
So
say
what's your two in the AFC? We'll make it even easier for you. We'll give you two in the AFC.
my two in the AFC are gonna be. I'll just say the Bengals and the Chiefs.
I just
And
say
then,
because the AFC is loaded. I just feel like just
bro,
all the way
like
across the board.
it could
Like
go so many different ways. Like
exactly.
man,
So
can't sleep on Buffalo. The Jets, they really have what it takes to get there for sure.
I
Um,
mean, Baltimore. I mean,
but yeah, people sleeping on everything I'm seeing. That's saying Baltimore is gonna be 9-8. Like, what are y'all watching? They're gonna win 11 games off Lamar Jackson alone, just off him. But adding in him finally having capable and competent receivers, like bro, it could get spooky real quick for a lot of these teams. So
and then,
I don't know.
and then there's always a hype train for the Chargers for some reason.
Yeah,
Uh, and then you got Miami. Can't sleep on them. They just the
I
million
just
weapons they
think
have.
I think Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson is gonna go crazy. I damn near like that combination more than I like Chase and Burrow.
But then you also look at their backfield.
Bruh,
You got Cook
they
and
got it.
the rookie from last year.
Yeah,
What's his name, Mike?
Brees
Okay,
Hall.
I can't hear you. Yeah, Brees Hall. I can't hear you,
Brees
Mike.
Hall. You got Dalvin Cook now.
Ike, are you talking? We can't hear you.
Damn, Ike.
I
I
don't
know
know
y'all
what's
ain't gonna
going
have
on.
me bring out the defund in the first episode though. Like
That's a
the
whole.
fifth
Wait a
episode,
minute. That
man.
is
I
gonna be
can
a.
hear you, Ike.
I was trying to save
Uh,
it, but like that's crazy.
we can hear you, Justin, but we can't hear Ike for some
Yeah,
reason.
I can hear Ike.
That's crazy.
We
Can you
cannot
hear
hear you.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear y'all three, but I can't hear Ike.
Man, this be the time when Ike be spitting that shit too.
Man, he about to.
He
He when
probably
he sitting
gave
back
us
like
the
this.
most epic soliloquy in the history of podcasts.
This
Like,
is the look. This is the look. When Ike sit back and he do this,
man,
he got it. It's
he
coming.
probably spit some fire, and we none of the world's gonna ever hear it.
Never.
That's crazy.
I have no idea what's going on. Whatever you're doing, I can hear that a little bit. Him fumbling with his, or that could be Justin. What's up, Justin? Man, we got you in here, man. While we getting Ike technical difficulties worked out, man.
What's
What's
good?
good? Nothing, man. We waiting on you. You called us at a good time, man. We talking predictions, man. Championship predictions. We just getting straight to it.
Jesus.
So can't nobody change down the road. We doing two in the AFC since
Hey,
they so loaded.
we didn't even go college championships yet. He jumped straight to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. 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 All right. Getting right to the fun, I see.
Bruh.
Yeah. So you're two in the AFC. Of course, you're gonna put your Ravens out there. Who else you got in the AFC? Who's your backup AFC team? I guess.
No, I'm not. I'm not like most folks. If the Ravens was trash, I wouldn't put them in there. But they actually do have a legit shot this
Yeah,
year.
we were just saying that.
Yeah. Man, that's tough, man. AFC is loaded, dude. I mean, it's kind of like how I used to be for Belichick. I think for me, where I couldn't go against the Patriots, I can't go against Kansas City until somebody beat them. So
That's exactly what I was saying for sure.
yeah, so I probably would pick them two, and then I would probably say the Eagles and the NFC, or you know what? I'm gonna pick the team that I said gonna win the division, the Seattle Seahawks.
So that's
That's gonna win the NFC.
Yeah, I got Seattle winning the NFC West, man. San Fran's gonna finish second in that division.
Okay, now we got Ike in here. Okay, here we go. Here
I
we
knew what it took to get his microphone working.
Ain't no way.
Hey, you say you gonna figure it
Absolutely
out?
no way.
Don't click nothing, Ike. Don't click nothing. You in here?
I
You in here?
ran to the store and bought a whole new microphone that fast.
Look, bro, I had to say words after you blasphemed all over the place just now.
But
Okay.
I said this already though. Like I'm picking
I know
Seattle to
you
win that
said that.
division. So
And what did I say? You said it, girl. Bye.
All right. So your NFC team is the Seahawks.
yeah, I picked the Seahawks and the Eagles coming out.
Okay.
Yeah,
And your AFC team is
I'll
Baltimore
say
and who else?
Baltimore and Kansas City.
Okay. So Ike, I guess we ain't really got to speak on NFC. So because you
No,
straight
I'm not
straight.
You
picking
gotta
second base.
ask Ike who he got coming out the
No,
AFC.
yeah, that's what I was. The
The
49ers at the
See?
AFC out of both.
It's still bang bang
Coming out
Niner
the
game.
NFL.
49ers against the world. I got Kansas City. I mean, like everybody said, bro, it's hard to pick against them. Like,
Yeah.
For sure.
it's really tough. If I had to pick a second team, even though Justin's a jerk, I would actually pick the Ravens. I do think that what they've done on offense. The defense is already going to be good, and then what they've done on offense, there ain't nobody to throw the ball to. Like
Yeah.
There's
Beckham
guys
can
out
still get first downs. I mean, he's not the fastest, but he still can get you a good first down
Oh yeah.
whenever you need it. Zay Flowers looks good.
Real
So,
good.
there. It's good.
and then I mean Andrews is going to be Andrews.
Right.
The running game has always been solid, and those are the things that you need to have a good offense to accompany the good defense that you've already had. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens do it.
Yeah. I guess that leaves me. Yeah, of course, Kansas City. I think we all on that train and continue to be on it. If I had to pick
the
a,
Colts,
see, this is
Man,
why.
let's not turn Vern up on episode one.
Come on, man. Like,
Let's not turn Vern up on episode one.
it's
man.
Justin's fault.
Let's just leave the Colts where they are, man. This is just football year for us. We just trying to see what we got.
Man, one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. That's what he said.
Nah, man. Nah. I'm actually with the Jets, man. I think where you put in the Aaron Rodgers in there, based on how they played last year. I mean, just think of what they did with Wilson, like.
Yeah, bro.
So you drop an Aaron Rodgers in there along with a Dalvin Cook, and just another year of these rookies with another year of experience. Nasty. I don't see. I just think that's a tough out in the AFC. So I say them two, and then the NFC. I mean, Philly. I don't see them missing a beat. Like if you get any resemblance of Jalen last year in that defense, it's like I said, it's hard to go against them. And then Carter, the way he played in preseason, even though it was preseason, like he looked like he gonna be a force. Yeah, man, that's another loaded team. And if I had to pick a second team in the NFC, I mean, the Niners, I mean, that's just, again, it's just hard to go against these staple teams. There's nobody really looking to dethrone them for. I ain't gonna say not those four, those three. The Jets just hopefully just coming along with on paper, but that's just
gotta look and see if the Eagles is playing that Division II schedule this year like they did last year.
No, they're not. They're not.
They good to go. All right.
Yeah, they got definitely a tougher schedule than they had last year.
That boy was like, damn.
Yeah, but I mean, still, I mean, you don't pick your opponents. So I mean, to I ain't gonna say dominate, but I mean, you win, man. So, and if what don't happen to their real test was the Niners in the playoffs, and if they didn't lose their quarterbacks, man, that would have really shown who they was. Yeah, that really.
They gotta go to Kansas. They gotta go to Kansas City this year.
The fact of the matter is this: had the Eagles won the Super Bowl, no one would have cared what their schedule looked like.
Absolutely.
Shit, I would.
No, you would have been the only person on the face of this earth that would have had an issue with them winning the Super Bowl, and they went through Kansas City.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, because Kansas City is the.
No, I'm saying you would have been literally the only person on earth who had a problem with them winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because I would have been like they played the 49ers with no, you know what I'm saying?
But
know what I
here's the
mean?
thing.
Like,
Every year there's stuff like that goes on, bro. Last year was
I'm not
just an
saying that this year,
anomaly.
but
Don't
yeah,
get me
I
wrong.
definitely would have.
But every year there's some craziness that goes on. So if that's the case, we could probably take away from every daggone Super Bowl winner.
Hey, if
Ooh,
the
they play
Eagles win
Buffalo
that
too,
Super Bowl,
and the 49ers. Let's go. Yeah, yeah, there's some good football. They play the Jets
yeah,
too.
yeah, oh
Hey,
yeah,
Vern.
they got a
Hey,
Yeah.
chance.
Let's
Vern,
go.
you like when I say something crazy, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I know I like to get people going. Yeah, go ahead, Ike. Fix your face, boy. Be a hero. Be a hero. All right.
I'm
Had a
on my own
conversation.
shirt. I'm
Hey,
narcissistic right now.
I had a conversation and dude was asking me something. I forgot how it started, but my bold prediction was I told him I said Buffalo won't make the playoffs this year.
But if you look at it, it could very well happen.
Correct.
It's not. It's definitely not too far off for sure.
Yeah,
It
I'm gonna say
just
I'm not mad at
within the
that.
AFC East, like it very well can happen.
But
If
people are
my
disrespecting some of them teams. That's why I told him I said, man, I'm like every team, even the Patriots are gonna be solid this year. Like that division's not gonna be easy. Like I don't think Buffalo's gonna walk through the division like
Oh,
like they ain't playing
no,
nobody. So
no, for sure not.
if Miami stays healthy, especially Tua, if he can play like he played last year and stay healthy,
yeah, they gonna be a problem. Yeah,
I
So
don't really see
yeah,
Buffalo beating Miami
yeah.
so
twice.
for that to be the case though, we've got to have a team that is in that probably wasn't in last year. Who
Which
are we
most of the
thinking?
time you get you get two or three teams that wasn't in last year that gets in this year.
But my
So,
question is, who's your sleeper teams?
ooh, uh,
Sleeper teams. Can we call the Jets a sleeper team or no?
they didn't make it last year.
I can
Hmm.
accept that because
They're
So
they didn't
definitely
make
going
it.
to the playoffs this year.
so definitely, I mean, you can say
They
them.
offensive line. That's the only issue I have with the Jets is I got to see how that
Yeah,
offensive line
yeah,
hold up.
yeah. But I
I think
mean,
A Rod is the perfect quarterback to have with a bad line though.
yeah,
Gets the ball out his hands so quick, and it's like he's like the master of the hot route. So
That's true. That's true.
yeah, I
It's
don't
it's
see
more
him
so.
really
I think
being.
on that one, Jared, more so is my concern is I don't think you want Aaron having to throw the ball 40 times. So the line's going to have to be able to create some running holes for Dalvin and Brees and
that's
them.
what I was.
Yeah,
That's more so what it is too. So
And that's
Or you run
exactly
more
what I was
smoke
about to say.
screens.
Yep.
well,
And if you can, and both of them can catch out the backfield.
yeah,
So
right.
yeah, that's true.
even if you dumping it, even if they're blitzing and they're getting through the offensive line, and the offensive line ain't holding, you got to account for those running backs. Like
Mm,
Yeah, he's
that's
like
true.
the master of the hot route, bro. He'll make his little signals and get that ball out of there, and yeah.
yeah, no,
I was
absolutely.
watching Hard Knocks, one of these episodes, and I can't remember if it was during the preseason or if it was something from last year. But some guy walked up on the line and he's like, "You're not coming. Get out of here."
That was Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
he like
he
so.
knows.
If I could pick any quarterback to play with a busted bum line, it would probably be him.
But if you
But
look at the NFC North, if you look at the Bengals, they
AFC North. AFC North.
AFC North. My
Yep,
fault.
AFC.
yep.
Yeah, my
you put
fault.
some
You look at
respect
the
on the
Bengals.
bro.
You look at the Bengals. You look at Baltimore. Who Baltimore didn't make it last year, did they?
No, yeah, they
Yeah,
lost to
they did.
Cincinnati
They
the
lost.
first
Okay,
round,
yeah, the
Yeah,
first round. Okay,
with Huntley. Yeah,
and
yeah,
when Huntley
that's right.
fumbled the ball at the goal line.
So
they
if you
actually
look
should have
at
won that game.
so if you look at them, let's just say Deshaun is a glimpse of what he was in or not even Deshaun. Forget that. The Steelers.
That's
So
actually my secret pick.
Yep.
if you look at those three teams, the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Steelers, which they hardly ever miss the playoffs. They're just the model of consistency, the Steelers. So if you look at them three, you look at the Jets and possibly Miami, maybe, and then Jacksonville and whoever in Kansas City, like that's seven right there. Like it's very
Yeah,
well Buffalo can miss.
I feel like you could possibly get. Of course, you get in the one the Kansas City. I feel like, man, I keep wanting to say the Chargers is their time, but I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna say Kansas City and the Chargers make it out of the the AFC West, excuse me. And I
Right.
feel like two teams is gonna make it out of the AFC North, and then well, that would only be six. Hey, shit,
And
fuck it,
then
three
three in
teams.
the East.
Yeah, it would probably have to be
Well, no,
two out of
you
the
got to have one out the South because all the
yeah.
division leaders. So
So
you
yeah,
got to
Jags, but it's seven teams, right?
yes,
Yeah, so I say
because there's only one bye.
yeah, I say the Jags. I say 2 out of the East, 2 out of the North, and then I say for sure San Diego and
Kansas City.
fucking Chargers in in Kansas City. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's your 7. So the Buffalo can miss it this year. There's a high
yeah,
chance they
that's
could.
realistically. The
If they,
shit, the way the AFC North is looking, it wouldn't be crazy if 3 teams made it out of that division.
that's what I was
We
saying
just,
They
too.
Yeah.
certainly have the talent. Like
we
this,
just took the long way to say that just wasn't really a bold statement. Now you got to
No, not in the AFC because that's why we started this. It's like
now
it's
you got to
loaded.
pick another one.
It is when all things considered that people are saying that the Buffalo Super Bowl contenders because I don't think they're that.
No,
It's not
we've
bold
been
So
enough.
we've been saying that for 3 years, and they've been falling flat on their face,
yeah,
and they're not,
yeah.
and they haven't got better on either side of the ball. You can't say anywhere that they've
yeah,
got
I
better
haven't heard
at
of
any
anything that
position.
they've done that just makes them significantly better.
And
Nothing.
But
I don't care what Dick
same
say.
for
That's a
us too,
problem
though.
there.
So
It's something going on there. There's something going on in Buffalo.
shit,
Oh,
I
I
don't think
agree.
we got better at all. But so I mean, it's a couple
And
teams that probably could have got better that didn't.
But
Uh,
crazy thing, Jared.
when you're
Oh,
comparing them to Buffalo, my bad, Justin. When you're
no, go
comparing
ahead.
them to Buffalo, it's like, does Cincy really need to get better? No, they've been beating Buffalo. Do Kansas
yeah,
City need to get that much better? No, they've been beating Buffalo. Like the Jets got better than Buffalo. Like, and they were already competing.
yeah,
And Miami got better, and they were already competing with Buffalo. Like the teams that
that's a good
Buffalo were
point. That's a
beating
valid point.
have gotten better. The Steelers are going to play better and have gotten better. Like the Ravens have gotten better. Like all these teams that Buffalo, we were saying last year that Buffalo was above, have gotten better than Buffalo. Buffalo have not done anything to get better but get rid of their defensive coordinator, which does not make them better.
No argument there.
Yeah.
So
That's just to me.
I got nothing for you, brother.
That's just me. I mean, I'm just looking at
No
the playoff
argument
team.
there at all.
Like all those teams we were talking about all got better. And I don't even outside of probably the Chargers, which I don't think they were better than Buffalo, and nobody was saying was better than Buffalo. But yeah, no, I don't. They can very well miss it. And then switching gears, moving to the NFC. I mean, you got the big two over there with San Francisco and the Eagles. But then, how do you fill that in? That's the real question. Forget the AFC. The AFC, I feel like is easy. Where do we fill in the NFC?
I feel like Dak's probably gonna have a good season. I feel like he has to.
Ain't got nowhere to go but up.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I feel like if this could be, on the downturn for him. If he doesn't ball out this year, he can forget that high paid contract. They probably
Oh
cut
yeah,
him.
he's done.
Because I think
They're
his
gonna
guarantee
They're gonna
is
cut
up after this
They're gonna
season.
restructure.
Well, they're gonna cut him because I think his cap
Yeah.
hit next year is $60 million. So
Yeah, and I think his guaranteed money is up after this season. So
yep, I think so.
they'll probably
Yeah,
cut
they're
him
It's not really.
regardless. If they want to keep him or let him go.
But it's not always about the guaranteed money. It's about what's the dead money if you cut him.
Well, if the guaranteed money is up, then there's
No,
no
that's
dead money, right?
no. That I see, and I used to think that too. I used to think, okay, whatever the guaranteed is, if you cut them, then that's what your cap hit is. That's the dead money. But a lot of times there's still dead money on the back end of contracts. I'm not sure what it is for him, but I'm sure it's some dead money. And I don't know if you want to take that, that
only reason why I'd be somewhat surprised on that because I almost felt like they kind of more so front loaded his contract, but I could be wrong on that.
Well, you
I
got
thought,
to think it was also a franchise tag too in there also with his contract. That's why he got $75 million that first year.
yeah,
So
Man, he said.
He got
I'd
$75
retire.
million to throw 15 interceptions.
If I was
in
Dak,
12 games.
yeah, I'm out of here.
that part, Ike.
That's crazy. God,
So
I'm in the
listen-
wrong industry.
So you put right. You put Seattle in there so you say two come out the West. You got Philly in the East. And then, like, what are we looking NFC North? I think that's the biggest question mark.
Wide
Probably
open.
the most wide open. That and the South. You look at the Saints,
I think the Saints come out of the South.
I got the Saints as well.
Bucks. Nobody believes. Well, it's Baker.
No.
So
Nobody
there we
believes
go
in
with
Baker,
that.
fam. No.
There it is.
The surprise team could be
Carolina
Atlanta,
and Falcons. That's what I was about to say. Possibly the
Yeah.
Falcons.
depending on what Desmond Ritter looked like. Atlanta could surprise some folks because they got some weapons on offense.
Bryce
So,
Young ain't talking about nothing to y'all.
Speaking of the Falcons, yo, they hated the Bijan draft, and now everybody loves him. And now
Oh, yeah,
every chance
crazy.
I get, Oh my God, I can't wait to tell people
That's
get
just
one
because
of the
it's
defensive
popular to
players.
hate running backs. Like
Now
I
It
you
don't
is.
want
know
to.
what
Now
this
you love Bijan. You was
this
pissed
Yeah.
off.
running back hate
Yeah.
train thing going on is,
Oh my
but that's
God.
all that's about.
Well,
Yeah,
they
that's
wanted
true.
a defensive player real heavy down here, and when they did draft one, people was pissed off, and now everybody loves them, and I just love to point that out every time I talk to them.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Lions are gonna make it. I think. I think the Lions got a good shot to make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, sleep on the
Yeah, they
Lions. That's
definitely
Yeah.
gonna be better,
definitely a sleeper
a
to
lot better.
NFC North.
They almost made it last year.
Yeah. No. And
Last game,
they've gotten better. They've gotten better.
They
So
have gotten better. They drafted extremely well.
drafted well, signed some good picks, some good
Hmm.
pickups in the off season. So they'll be all right. They'll be all right.
I tell you what, the difference with the Lions is from in the past. I think they've identified their weaknesses and they've drafted and signed players to fill those holes. Uh,
so you
Defensive,
give
they
up
brought in.
30 points a
That's
game,
what I was about
man.
to
I
say. They're
identify your weakness.
on the defensive end. They grabbed a couple DBs. They grabbed some linemen. I think they're gonna be different. Um, I don't see Minnesota didn't get better. I think if anything, Minnesota got worse. Um,
I mean, they brought in Brian Flores as the D coordinator, so he's gonna change up the things which will help the defense. But I'm with you. I don't think they got better in by any stretch of the imagination. So the problem is in the NFL today, man. You just got so many guys who ain't happy. Like Daniil Hunter. He wanted to go, and he's coming back. Part of Carolina's problem is Brian Burns ain't showing up. So Brian Burns not showing up is going to be a problem. Your best defensive player got to be on the field. That's honestly the only reason why I was hesitant to say Kansas City, because if Chris Jones does sit out those first 8 weeks, it may be hard for them to make up. If let's say they split, and go 4-4 or something crazy, it may be hard for them to make up that in the AFC. It may
Yeah,
be
'cause
hard for them to make
AFC
that up.
man, this season every game counts.
It does,
and
That's a
literally.
fair point.
That home field advantage is going to be crucial.
Yeah,
and with Kansas City, let's say first off, your first problem is letting Bosa get signed before you signed Jones, because now he has something to compare against. The same thing with what happened with
he ain't getting Bosa money though.
no,
Yeah,
I'm just
getting
saying.
both, and he's not asking for most money either.
Nah, he
No,
just wants an increase on his pay.
I'm just saying. When you put something out there to compare against, we've seen that with the QBs. When there's something out there to compare against, then that's when
But also,
something.
don't forget Chris Jones interior. Bosa's he's an edge, so that's gonna be two
Yeah.
different types of things too. So
I only
Um.
think Chris Jones was asking for Aaron Donald money, from what I
he
recall.
he was, but like I think they keep forgetting, man. Every year, every so often, you see those anomaly type contracts. So like Aaron Donald's a one off. You know what I mean? Like you're not getting that. Like y'all, I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, like Calvin Johnson's contract was a one off for receivers. Boys wanted that money, but no one was gonna get it. It was just something that he got. Like CMC's money it's an anomaly. No
Absolutely.
running back, I don't care who you are today. You're not getting 16, 17 million a year. I'm sorry. You're just not getting it. Those are just one off contracts when they happen. So
Yeah. Let's see. It says Chris Jones wants 11 million less over 3 years than Aaron Donald. That's what I just first thing that pops up.
yeah,
Chris
unfortunately, we
is
don't
it
ever know what's true and not true about that
right?
stuff either. So
He said it's not trying. He's not trying to beat Aaron Donald's money. Uh, yeah, he's saying he's looking to replace the 19 and a half with 74 over the next 3 years. 70 of that will be fully guaranteed from injury. So that's an
I'll be
average of
honest.
24.6, which is
I'll be
7
honest.
million less than Donald. So
I'll be honest. He's worth it though for that
I
defense.
would.
I mean, for that defense. I
Absolutely.
mean, for what he
You
does.
don't have
Yeah,
many
yeah.
playmakers on that defense. So
They
No,
don't. They
the
don't. They
one
don't
that you
win.
do have, okay,
they got one at every level. I mean, they got one at every level, but not to his extent. Because I think Bolton's gonna be a stud at linebacker, and Justin Reed is a solid safety. But like, they ain't game changers like Chris, man.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like when we're talking money, like
Yeah,
none of them guys are. Yeah, they're not in the upper echelon of the position. And I think Jones is.
Upper echelon, I
I
like
think
it.
he's top. I think he's top five.
yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue against it. I mean,
I
for
think
what
he's
he
top
do,
five
man.
DT, yeah, in the
Yeah,
league, yeah.
yeah. I mean,
And they
hard
move
to.
him around a lot too. He don't only
Yeah,
play in Philly; he play in. Sometimes they put him out like at edge rush. You know what I mean? So he in certain schemes and he's flexible, but
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
said, and he's saying to be top 5 and to ask for 7 million or less. Like I don't think that's a bad ask. But in Kansas City though,
They'll let you walk.
you strapped. They keep they I think they're one of the few teams in the negative right now. Or not in the negative, but they're not like they don't have a lot of money to spread around. Like they can't really sign nobody right now. So I mean, the restructure would have to be a Mahomes type of hey, look, can we borrow some money until type of deal? You know what I mean?
I think
To get him back on the
his shit's
field.
already,
Yeah, but so he already getting a team friendly deal.
Yeah,
yeah.
but I'm just saying. I
His
mean, like,
actual contract is like very reasonable. It's just all
Yeah.
the other
but
shit.
you're not really
Signing
paying.
bonuses
Yeah,
and
you're not
shit.
paying nobody else. You know what I mean? So your money's
But I
tied
think
up
to
in
your
other
point though,
places.
Vernon, though, I'll be curious to your point though. What do they have tied up in dead money that's keeping them so strapped? Because Mahomes' contract ain't what's going to handcuff him. It has to be something else that's from a contract standpoint. It might be. Is there somebody there that we ain't thinking of that's making that kind of money? Like, is it
Hell,
somebody we
Russell
Well,
missing?
that's
Wilson
all.
got a team
Somebody
friendly
wild
deal
like
too.
Jared McKinnon or somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, true that. True
Yeah,
that.
we can definitely look. We can
they
look.
probably still paying Josh Gordon or something, bro.
Man, you silly. Jamal
I
Charles or
forgot they
somebody.
had Josh Gordon. Man, I feel so bad for him. No, I don't.
You
Stay
silly.
off the weed, man.
uh, let's see. Chiefs salary cap. Let's see. Yeah, they got like right now. So it's 8.5 mil. Let's see who their money tied up in. Dead money. Joe Thuntley, 12 million dead. Justin Reed, he got
They both on this roster still
uh,
though.
cap savings cut. Oh, this is if they get cut. Hold on, guaranteed. Yeah, man, their money is not really tied up.
They just don't have it.
They just don't have it.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I thought I could
Chris,
have sworn I was like, man, maybe we missing. You know what I mean? Like maybe
yeah,
we
that's
just
what I'm
missing
looking at. I'm
something.
like, yeah.
I know
I
the
mean,
feeling.
practice squad ain't nothing. Nobody's really making stupid amount. Uh, they're showing what the dead money would be if they cut them pre June 1, but nobody's. Travis Kelsey ain't got no guaranteed money. I mean, the guaranteed money's out here is not big either. I just don't think they got it. Oh, dead money. Frank Clark is 7 million, 7.5 million. They got
Okay.
9 million in dead money. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong side. Deion Bush, Thurman Jones, Isaiah Moore, some randoms, but
Okay.
Frank Clark is the biggest one with 7.5. I think when they cut him this
Okay.
offseason. Yeah. So, but I mean, if that's 7.5, you put that with the 8 million under they are right now. I mean, that would be the what you need for the Chris Jones. But again, I just don't have it, man. They got 8 million under the cap right now. I mean, if you get at all the Jones this year and guaranteed money, then I mean, that just puts you in a bad position down the road. So, but yeah, man. We still haven't filled out this NFC. So who we think? The Lions. We said Lions, Saints, and uh
Eagles,
Eagles,
I got
Niners,
Niners,
Seahawks.
and Seahawks.
So that's 5.
We still need 2 more. Who else
Let me
come
let,
out?
let me ask y'all, does Dallas make it?
Yes.
yeah,
You think so?
not really,
Yeah.
but
I think they
NFC
make the
part
I
of me.
mean,
playoffs.
but if you look at the
I
other,
don't think they go anywhere, but they make the playoffs.
yeah, but
The
then
only
who?
reason why I asked that is because I said, like I literally was thinking about it, I said, are the Giants better?
Or what about Green Bay? Do we know what Jordan Love gonna be? Do we have any
yeah,
confidence in that?
nah.
That's the
Nah,
only.
I ain't got no kind. Only other team that maybe could surprise us, I think, could be the Bears. Maybe, I guess.
That's what I
You know what
was
I mean?
thinking. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I think the Bears. Because boys are still slight my man Justin Fields, and I hate that. So I hope he go out there and kill him, boy.
man. You know, I want that for sure,
Man,
for sure.
Yeah.
Hell, he can win the goddamn NFC for all I care.
hey, facts for real, facts.
Like,
And I'll be just happy for that young man.
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. They don't. They are not sparing any expense putting people around him. So you can't be mad at an organization that does that. They say, hey, look, we know what we have in our quarterback. it's whatever we got to do to bring in weapons around him, man. So. All right, man. Dang, man, we done went long, man. Iron 24, first episode. I
Yeah, I was
guess
2 seconds, so I was sending you that message.
man. I guess we could jump into the. I mean, I guess what we defunding, man. The defunding.
No, no, no.
Exit.
I ain't defunding nothing. I was going to defund his headset, but uh, I'll save that for another episode. So,
It'll happen again, I'm sure.
Yeah,
all right, yeah,
We
we
might
Close.
defund Verner's internet though. He got kicked out.
Man, I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, I'm gonna have to
Ooh,
talk to AT&T, man. Yeah, man. Closing remarks, man. Anything for this weekend? Anything
man, I'm
anybody want to
looking
talk
forward
about?
to that
Justice, since you
Colorado
ain't been in
game,
there.
man. I can't wait to check that out. Texas and
Yeah.
Bama is crazy too. So yeah, those two games I'm watching every snap. So
Okay.
every snap.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Who we got? I guess we could pick who we got in who got in Kansas City and well, I guess I don't know, man. I guess we go. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is Detroit. Yeah.
I got Kansas City.
I also got Kansas City.
Okay.
With or
Uh,
without Kelsey, I got Kansas City.
But Justin, I hope you're right.
No. Yeah.
I
No,
hope
I
the
get
hell
that.
you're right because I need them to lose every single game that they can. So I hope you're right, but I don't see it.
all right. So we got KC. What about Bengals Browns? We could do this real quick.
Bengals.
Bengals.
He's so childish.
this,
Texas Ravens.
this nigga's on what? Ravens. I
Ravens.
want to say
Go ahead.
Texas just to be a dick, but I'm not gonna do it.
Buccaneers. Hey, put y'all stuff in the chat. I don't want
All
to
right.
hear it. I don't want to hear it. Buccaneers Vikings.
Vikings.
I know. I definitely want to go. I'm gonna go Bucks,
Mm.
man. Just cause I don't really mess with the Vikings like that. Panthers Falcons.
Oh shit.
That's a good one.
I got Falcons. Falcons.
That's a good bad one. That's what that
Yeah.
is.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ATL also. Cardinals Commanders. That's a Commanders. I'm about to say it's a horrible game, but yeah. Man. Let's see. Where were we?
If it's brown, flush it down.
Jaguars Colts. I gotta go Colts.
Did you just say you gotta go?
You going to Colts for real, Brian?
Bro, y'all know how I
No. Go Colts.
stop.
Go Colts, bro.
I go y'all. It's just how
Wow,
Mike.
crazy.
Mike, you definitely shouldn't be surprised.
No,
This is just how I go. Niners Steelers now, since everybody got something to say.
I'm picking the Niners 17 games
Man,
in a row.
Justin on that
Okay,
shit. Oh,
okay
damn
then.
Niners, bro. Justin on that shit, bro. That's crazy. Watch they
came
mess
in here
around
to ruffle
and
feathers.
win, too. That'd be nuts.
And watch exactly Titans Saints. Yeah, another one. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go Saints.
They need to change their slogan. Tighten up has to go. That's the worst slogan ever. I remember I was down there for the
Can't be
last
worse
time we
than-
played down there.
Can't
Tighten
be worse
up.
than-
They really went around telling other guys to
Let's
tighten up.
ride.
Get that
Hey,
shit. Tighten
Colts
up. is
Nation.
more.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Hey, I'm taking that over tighten up. Like
What about Raiders Broncos?
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. I'm gonna take Denver.
I just like the Raiders better. For some reason.
I do too, but
Probably gonna lose.
you know what? No, I take that back. No, I'm going Las Vegas. Yeah, I can't do that. I need to see the Broncos play.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Denver. Let's ride.
Eagles Patriots.
Eagles.
Dang, I said that too. Yeah. Rams Seahawks. That's gosh.
Yep.
Dolphins Chargers. That's interesting.
Where's that at?
It is.
I'm going.
It's
with the home team.
It's in LA.
Yeah, I'll go with the Chargers.
I'm also the Chargers.
Long ass play.
I'm gonna go Miami. Packers Bears.
Oh, fuck.
That's a good
Bears.
one.
Good, another good bad one. But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna go Bears as well.
I'm gonna go Green Bay. No, 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 no,
contrary
no, no,
boy,
no, no. I'm not. No, I'm not.
the
No,
contrary
no, I'm
man,
not. No, I'm not. I'm gonna take Bears. Cowboy Giants.
Cowboys.
Oh
Cowboys.
man. Giants. Yeah. Nope. Not making that. Bills Jets. This is here we go right
Damn,
here.
that's
Here we go.
one.
Monday night. Monday night.
Jets. I'm
Jets.
going
Ooh,
Jets.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn,
They
week
ain't
one.
playing. Week 1. That's Monday night too. Ooh.
I had to think about that one.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's it, man. I'm submit y'all teams.
Who the Ravens got again?
The
Oh,
Texans. Nah.
you know that's not me, brother.
Yeah, we got.
I
Got to bet.
got.
I got to bet against the AFC South. So
Yeah,
I
I
ain't.
don't roll like that. So
It, it'll be me
I
and you
just
again at
asked
the
who
end of
they
the year,
had.
Jared.
Well, go CJ Stroud though, because I need y'all to lose every game that y'all can too. So hey,
Yeah.
if Buddy
We in
Buddy
the
pulls
Marvin
some Barry
Harrison
Sanders,
race.
like that'd be great.
We in the Marvin
Five
Harrison Jr.
ten, both
race.
buddies. Go
All
CJ
right.
Stroud.
All right, man. Anybody else got any closing remarks, man? We can
Nah,
shut
man,
this
I'm about
thing
to
down.
go check the pulse of my family, bro.
Man, me too.
Right,
They keep
probably standing
walking
right
by,
outside the door, like,
waiting on you to bust in. I'm
yeah,
gonna go
bro.
check on everybody, make sure everybody eat before I get
Everybody
on
still
this Madden.
breathing.
We need to check on Justin, make sure he ain't been cloned with all the stuff he been saying
Yeah.
today. They cloned two people, Gucci Man and Justin.
All right, y'all. Well, man, this has been season 2, the first episode, man. It's great to have everybody back. Thanks for jumping in, Justin. I know you busy and got everything going on. Appreciate you jumping in, man. Appreciate y'all, man. We got some things in the pipeline. We up to something. We may be up to something. What's that? Jamar Chase? Is that Jamar Chase card?
Rookie card,
Ricky.
holographic.
Ooh, okay.
Hey,
Look
that's
at you.
fire.
All
That's my
right.
new hobby from this summer that I just picked up. So
Cards?
yeah,
All right, all right. I got a whole I got like 4 shoe boxes
yeah.
downstairs
Let
of
me see those.
cards. Yeah, I'll let you rent them.
All right,
Uh,
man. Say less.
yeah, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We got some things coming. Hopefully. So I got a meeting next weekend. Uh, hopefully we'll be moving into some more spaces and get some things going. I got maybe a studio on deck for us, so when we meet up in person, somewhere where we get together and do some live stuff. So we got some things in the pipeline coming this season for
That's
season 2.
lit.
Some big things. I'll keep everybody in the loop, keep y'all in the loop, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. And this has been another episode, man. Epic podcast, man.
One love.
One love.